Your birthday is tomorrow, and you just don't care. While everyone around you is planning their birthday month like it's a royal coronation, you're treating the anniversary of your existence like Tuesday. Your friends think you're weird. Your family thinks you're being difficult. But what if you're not being weird? You're being smart. Or what if your brain is protecting you from something? Let's find out. Today, we're diving into the fascinating psychology behind people who treat their birthday like just another spin around the sun. And trust me, this goes way deeper than you think. We're talking childhood attachment styles, cultural programming, and a sprinkle of existential dread. Fun. Here's the thing about birthdays. They're one of the few days where you're the main character, whether you like it or not. And some people, they hate that. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect anxiety. These individuals experience genuine discomfort when attention is focused on them. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just social anxiety, it's actually about control. Think about it. On your birthday, other people decide how to celebrate you. They choose the restaurant, they pick the gift. They sing that god-awful song while you sit there like a trapped animal wondering if it's socially acceptable to fake your own death. You become passive in your own narrative, and for people with high autonomy needs, that's psychological torture. Research in personality psychology has found that individuals with strong internal locus of control, people who believe they shape their own destiny, often report lower satisfaction with traditional birthday celebrations. They'd rather treat it like a normal day, where they're still the pilot, not the passenger. But wait, there's a plot twist. Some of these people aren't avoiding the spotlight because they don't want attention. They're avoiding it because they want it too much. Yeah, you heard that right. Let me paint a picture. You're 8 years old. It's your birthday. You've imagined this magical day for weeks. Balloons, friends, that Lego set you've been obsessing over. And then your mom forgets to pick up the cake. 2 friends cancel. Your brother gets more excited about the pizza than your existence. Welcome to the birthday expectation gap. Psychologist Dr. Susan Whitburn explains that our brains are prediction machines. We're constantly forecasting outcomes, and when reality doesn't match our mental simulation, we experience what's called prediction error. The bigger the gap between expectation and reality, the worse we feel. Now, here's the psychological defense mechanism. If you treat your birthday like a normal day, you can't be disappointed. It's the ultimate emotional insurance policy. You're not setting yourself up for failure if you never set up the game in the first place. These people learned early, maybe from a forgotten birthday, maybe from a celebration that went horribly wrong, that having no expectations means having no disappointments. They're not being humble, they're being strategic. Okay, time to get a little dark. Buckle up. Birthdays are literally mortality counters. You're celebrating being 1 year closer to death. Congratulations, here's some cake. Terror management theory, yes, that's the actual name, suggests that humans have this uniquely stressful awareness of our own mortality, and birthdays, they're annual reminders that the clock is ticking. Some people cope with this by celebrating harder. I'm alive, baby, let's party. But others, they cope through avoidance. Studies on mortality salience, being reminded of death, have found that it causes some personality types to minimize milestone celebrations. It's not conscious. They're not sitting there thinking, this birthday brings me closer to the void. But subconsciously, their brain is quietly freaking out, and treating the day normally is a soothing mechanism. The birthday paradox, celebrating your life by pretending it's not a special day. But here's something wild that nobody talks about. Some of these people are actually the most birthday-obsessed people you know. Confused? Good. Stay with me. There's a subset of birthday ignorers who have something called idealization paralysis. They have such a perfect, beautiful, Pinterest-worthy vision of what their birthday should be that reality could never compete, so they shut down the whole operation. It's like having a novel in your head that's so perfect you never write it down because the actual words could never match your imagination. These people often have high openness and neuroticism in the big 5 personality traits. They're creative, they feel deeply, and they're their own harshest critics. The idealized birthday in their mind is flawless. The perfect people, the perfect moment, the perfect feeling. Anything less feels like failure. So what do? Nothing. They protect the fantasy by never testing it against reality. And from the outside, it looks like they don't care. But inside, they care intensely. They're just terrified of being disappointed by their own impossible standards. Psychologist Dr. Brené Brown calls this foreboding joy, the inability to fully embrace positive experiences because you're preemptively protecting yourself from potential disappointment. Now, let's zoom out, because not everyone grew up in a culture where birthdays are the Super Bowl of personal validation. In many collectivist cultures, individual birthdays aren't emphasized the way they are in Western individualistic societies. In some countries, people don't even celebrate on their actual birth date. In others, the focus is on family and elders, not on making one person feel special for surviving another orbit around the sun. If you grew up in an environment where birthdays weren't a big deal, treating them casually isn't psychological avoidance, it's just normal. Your baseline is different. You never learned that birthdays are supposed to be this monumental thing, so you're not rejecting anything. You're just being you. Context matters. Always. So pause for a second. Out of everything we've covered, control, expectation protection, mortality anxiety, impossible standards, cultural programming, authentic self-worth, which one resonated most with you? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. Here's a twist that'll make you rethink everything. Some people treat their birthday like a normal day because they're actually the most psychologically healthy people in the room. Bear with me. Authentic self-esteem, the real, genuine kind, comes from internal validation, not external celebration. People with secure attachment styles and high self-worth don't need a designated day to feel valued. They feel it all the time. They're not performing indifference. They're genuinely content. The birthday is nice, sure, but it doesn't define their worth. They already know their value. Meanwhile, people who need their birthday to be spectacular, sometimes, not always, but sometimes, that's compensation for not feeling special the other 364 days. Food for thought. So what's the psychology of people who treat their birthday like a normal day? It's complicated. It's control, it's protection, it's cultural programming, it's existential anxiety, it's impossibly high standards, it's authentic self-worth, or maybe, just maybe, they really did forget their birthday is tomorrow and they're not that deep. Either way, next time someone casually drops that it's their birthday, maybe don't assume they're being weird. They might just be navigating the complex psychological minefield of modern existence in the way that feels safest to them. And honestly, that's pretty valid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go plan my birthday, which is in 7 months, just to be prepared. If you found this fascinating, the next video dives into another mind-bending